Couple questions. First one, especially a mindset question. Obviously, back then, Bitcoin is by far. Let's talk the entire ecosystem. Let's not focus on Bitcoin because I really would love to kind of have a bit of a discussion between Bitcoin Cash down the line. So let's focus as a whole as the ecosystem. The ecosystem has matured significantly since then, right? The first thing. The other thing, 15x, right? $2 to $30, down to $2. What goes on in your mind, and especially in comparison to when today the price of a current cryptocurrency goes up by 10-15%, people all FOMO out, but the price goes down 10%. Oh, it's a market crash. How do you how much of your wealth was in there? Obviously a lot, because you kept buying all the time. How, I don't know if you want to share, how much money did you have as a whole back then, so that people can have a bit of maybe a bit of a relative. I don't know if you want to share. And then what goes on in your mind when this thing suddenly goes down minus 90%? And yeah.
Yeah, so I already had, a net worth, I don't know, 10 million plus US dollars. And a lot of it was tied up in inventory for the business and that sort of thing though too. But I put most of it into Bitcoin. And so every free dollar I had went right into Bitcoin. And I started pressuring all of our suppliers for the business to let me pay them in Bitcoin. I held the very first Bitcoin meetup ever in mainland China as well. And I invited all of my suppliers and business people that I knew in China to a restaurant in Shenzhen, China, and explained Bitcoin to all of them and gave them all some and showed them all how it worked. And some of them were like, this is dumb, why are you doing this? But actually one of them went on to become one of the biggest miners in all of China at one point. And he sent me a really nice email several years later. And, I'm sure it was a little bit was lost in the translation from Chinese to English there, but he said, Roger, you are my Bitcoin spirit guide, is what he called me. And I'd never been called a Bitcoin spirit guide before, but I thought that was a very nice thing. And he was running this giant mining operation there as well. And it was just kind of fun to see it spread, not just across China, but across the world there as well. And so I was busy getting anybody I possibly could that I ever had to pay or receive money from to try and do it in Bitcoin and use it as money and help it, make it money for the world to compete head to head with the dollar and the euro and the yen. That's been my goal from day one.
What about the investment mindset? Yeah, the getting nervous when prices go down 80%, 90%. And especially today, I mean, come on, the market has matured so much, right? And back then, I mean, really, I want to hear down to earth. At no point did you ever think Bitcoin is just going to disappear, like it was just a farce?
No, that never crossed my mind. And then I also know that I'm not a good day trader. If I try and day trade, I'm just going to do the opposite of what I should in the trades. The one single time I thought, oh, here's an opportunity where I have some good information, and it was, I forget what it was. And I was like, there was some problem in China. And I thought when this news comes out all over the place, of course the price is going to go down. So I sold a little bit thinking I could buy it, buy back more. The news came out, the price went up some more. So I don't even try to day trade on any sort of news or happening in that sense. But at this point, though, I am more concerned about Bitcoin's future, not because it doesn't have adoption, but mainly because of its difficulty adjustment algorithm. It's a lot more dangerous if there were to be some wild run up in the price of Bitcoin Cash or any other SHA-256 coin, and the mining power were to leave Bitcoin quickly, the congestion would become significantly worse on Bitcoin. If the congestion becomes even worse, maybe more people would want to leave, and that would make the congestion worse. And maybe there could be this spiraling cycle of network congestion that causes more and more people to want to leave. And we saw a little bit of that kind of happening previously. But what kind of wound up saving Bitcoin was that as everybody was trying to leave, or at least trying to transact on the Bitcoin chain, they were all bidding higher and higher network fees. And so that attracted some of the hash rate back because the miners wanted to earn the extra money from the fees. So, but now there's absolutely no doubt in my mind whatsoever that the cryptocurrency ecosystem as a whole is going anywhere, and that this is here to stay. This is going to become just a part of everybody's lives, just like the internet is or cell phones are today. It's intricately intertwined with everybody's life on the planet is the future.